in order to ensure access to affordable,
reliable,
Sustainable.
and modern energy for all.
Understanding the basis of one goal is part of the learning process on the importance of energy in everyday life, with how we attain it and its current uses. Through this, our communities may be able to adapt to our current situations through different ways and inspire others to do so as well. But first, what is energy? Our focus is its use in the industry, which is to power different types of vehicles, machinery, and technology through the use of the Earth's natural resources. There are different ways we can attain energy. This is known as renewable and non-renewable energy, where one, from its name, is a resource that is renewed or replenished over time, while the latter does not. A common source of energy is known as fossil fuels, which is one of the main contributors to our depleting ozone layer, climate change, and different forms of pollution. Our dependence on this energy brought light to this sustainable development goal, where we can make use of different ways to obtain more renewable and less harmful processes, and energy, which is being utilized today.
despite most of us, including you, have access to electricity as well as the internet. According to the United Nations, 13% of the global population still lacks access to modern electricity, and approximately 3 billion people rely on wood, coal, charcoal, or animal waste for cooking and heating for their daily lives. However, are those numbers going to go up or go down as the years go by? Even if all of the people can have access to modern electricity, energy from power plants that do not use renewable energy are the main contributor for climate change. It contributes for around 60% of the total global greenhouse gas emissions, and indoor and air pollution from gasoline, oil, and other combustible fuels have already caused 4.3 million deaths in 2012. At this rate, modern energy and electricity is starting to cause more harm than good. Thankfully, there is still hope for us to reverse and prevent these negative effects of using energy, and that is to provide affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all.
Now that we know the problems regarding energy, this leads us to the question, what can we do to help? Surprisingly, countering these problems can be done from simple and normal ways to extraordinary and impactful solutions. One way to support clean and affordable energy is by switching to energy-efficient appliances. These include buying inverter aircons, refrigerators, LED bulbs, and more. Appliances are one of the things that we often use at long hours, which means that energy usage is massive. However, opting for energy-efficient appliances reduces the amount of electricity consumed. According to the Environmental and Energy Study Institute, today's refrigerators use one-third of the energy compared to a 1973 non-inverter refrigerator, which has higher energy consumption. As a result of its efficiency, its power consumption is only 55 watts, while non-inverter refrigerators consume up to 70 watts. Another catch with an energy-efficient appliance is that it is also cost-effective. Despite its price, its expense can be recovered through a lower electricity bill. Energy-efficient objects can actually do a lot of things that can create life-changing effects by assisting us to reach the goal of attaining affordable and clean energy.
according to Energy Tracker Asia in the latest report on May 12, 2022, the Philippines is actually one of the leading countries in terms of renewable energy usage, with 47% of total energy use sourced from sustainable sources. We can support this development by further promoting and slowly transitioning to renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydropower, and other sustainable options for energy consumption. Renewable energy are becoming more and more accessible and more reliable today. Not only will this result to better effects on our environment, but it would also result to self-sufficiency, as we would require less import dependence, and which in turn could potentially boost our local economy. In addition to that, we can also contribute with our simple ways, such as limiting the usage of devices, unplugging appliances when not in use, and making use of rechargeable electronics instead of disposable batteries. These continuous initiatives are all examples of great practices towards a greener future. Thus, the continuous spread of information is also necessary to encourage and promote our collective efforts towards sustainable development growth.
The dependence of non renewable energy proves to be a main contributor to the energy we use, as well as the climate and environmental problems we are often facing, with renewable energy on the rise to counter the use of fossil fuels through sustainable energy. It may seem as though it's a problem to be solved by companies or those with bigger power within the communities. We, as users of energy, can help in our own way through the products that are less power consuming, though may be more costly, will prove to be beneficial in the long run. Same goes for discouraging the use of appliances emitting greenhouse gases. We only have one Earth, and we shouldn't take advantage of the environment, which we heavily depend on for survival. Let us all do our part in taking action. Thank you.